Hello YouTubers, subscribers, and friends. Welcome to my channel. My son and I are on our way to the east side of Tucson, all the way to the east side. We have to go pick up some metal doors from my sister's work. So, bringing my son with me to load him up in my sister's truck. Look at this metal heart right here. All kinds of. I got kicked out of this place for filming in the pottery section over here. The lady came up to me and said, "Are you taking pictures?" I'm like, "No, I'm making video." You remember that, son? You were with me?
Yeah. I was about to say that.
Yeah, you were with me. Your mom was with me. Whole family. It was a family day. And told us we could not film. We had to leave, so we left. That simple. So right now we're on the west side of Tucson, and we're gonna go all the way over to the east side. This motel's been here forever, Tiki Motel. This used to be the red light district here in Arizona. It's Miracle Mile and Oracle Road here. Back in the day, all of the ladies of the nights used to walk up and down this strip right here. Not much has changed since then, except the Lady of the Nights are no longer on this strip anymore.
Lady of the Night?
Yeah, that's what they call them back in the old school days, Lady of the Night. That used to be a Walgreens right there. Look at it, it's abandoned. Look at this art. They just widened this road too. Some art right here. This is called Grant Road. And I used to live on the other side of this building here. I used to live over in there because I used to work in a grocery store over here, Chinese grocery store called Grant Stone. Yeah, my son talking to me about he can't wait till he gets old, and we're talking about when I was a kid, how things have changed. I used to work right over here at this Chinese grocery store called Grant Stone. Haven't been in there in years. This road used to be just the 2 lanes. Now it's, look at this, huge 4 lanes. It's starting to look like Phoenix. I tell my son I grew up in the best parts. 70s and 80s music. Talking about things that we didn't have, like talking about 8-track players way before there were CDs, even cassettes. Black and white TV. There was no internet. Those were the days, man. That's where you went outside and you had fun. You used your imagination. You know, nowadays kids are like, I'm bored, and they got game consoles, PS4s, Xbox, internet, cable, and they're like, I'm bored. There's nothing to do, right?
Yeah.
Go outside and use your imagination. It's a kind of a cloudy day. It's monsoon season, but we still haven't got any rain. That's a nice looking Subaru. Look at them mountain views. If you want to follow along on our drive today, I'm at the Grant Road heading east. That's this First Avenue. You can Google it. You can Google Tucson street maps, and then you can see where we're driving throughout the town. There's a Dollar Tree there. Man, this thing has changed so much around here. Like, this used to be a movie theater over here, and now it's a Walgreens. And that was way back in the friggin' 80s, though. So much has changed in this. I used to live in this area a lot. There's a house down here I used to live at also. These were my stomping grounds. I lived there with my brothers. See this Malibu right here, son? I had a Malibu just like that. Well, that's his 1970. I had a 69 right there. It's a nice Malibu. There used to be a huge bookstore right here called Bookman's. The sign is still there, but the building is completely gone. It's an empty lot now. These huge murals of whales there. So it's like 9:19 in the morning. This is the traffic in the morning. This is one of the busiest main roads here, Grant Road. Grant Road, Speedway, Broadway, those are main roads. River Road. Like I said, we're heading east, and this is the traffic. Not a lot of traffic in Tucson. That's what I like about Tucson. It's not busy like Phoenix. Phoenix has got way too much. Phoenix is too much like Los Angeles. So the reason we're going to get these doors is because my sister's boss told her to get rid of them. He don't care how she gets rid of them, and she needs them loaded up in her truck. And she asked if I'd bring my son, and he could do the work and load them up in her truck, and then she said he could have the money. There's a lot of pawn shops on this road here. A lot of breakfast cafes and pawn shops on Grant Road. Like right there, Bobo's, right? That's what it's called, Bobo's.
Yeah.
It's a little cafe, breakfast cafe. Oh, there it is right there, Bobo's. This is one of the reasons I like driving in Tucson, because you got them beautiful mountain views. From one side of Tucson all the way to the other side, you got these beautiful mountain views. And there's a road up there that runs along there. It's called Skyline. And it runs just like the road we're on right here, from one side of Tucson to the other side. But it's more like up and down and curvy roads and stuff like that. And I could take that way to go out to my sister's job, but it's a little bit out of my way though, because it follows the mountains up there. But it's a beautiful scenic drive. If I had more time, I would take the scenic drive, but I'm trying to go the fastest way here. Right here. Beto's, that's the taco place, Mexican food, which is good Mexican food, but they're kind of expensive. Way more expensive than Taco Bell, but 100 times more tastier than Taco Bell. Right on Dodge, that is Dodge Road right there, and Grant, in case you're following along on your Google map. So this is pretty much what Tucson's like. No matter what road you drive down, Speedway, Grant, Skyline. Skyline's got the beautiful views. If you're driving in the city, there's another freaking tool shop there, the quads. It all looks the same. It's really hard to tell which road you're on because the scenery is the same. They all got like car dealerships, Circle K's, pawn shops, pottery barns, homes. Pretty much all the same. And they all run east and west. Grocery stores, Chinese food. I think there used to be a Chinese restaurant right there. Is it still there? What is that called? Nope, flower shop. The thing I noticed about Tucson is that we have a lot of Walgreens. There are a lot of Walgreens. They're like Circle K's. They're almost on every corner. There's a PetSmart over here. A lot of shopping centers. And then the more you go on the east side, the more you start seeing these cell towers. You start disguising them, look like palm trees. I don't know why there's so many on the east side of town than the west side. Son, you see that cemetery?
Yeah.
People are just dying to get in there.
Yep.
Isn't that funny?
God.
Alright. Anyways. So we're almost on the east side of town. We've been going pretty good. About 25 minutes since we got into Tucson. I say we're about 3/4 away to the east side of town. You didn't like that joke, son?
No, I've been listening to that joke for the last 10 years of my life.
It doesn't get funnier?
Nope. First time I got it, then 10 years later, I already knew what was gonna happen.
Look how sad that flag looks. America. That's a huge flag. It's not flowing in the wind. Oh, that's a car dealership. Should have known it. There's a lot of car. If you go down Speedway, if you're in Tucson, you're driving down Speedway like we're driving down Grant. Speedway is just like car dealership after car dealership. It's Mercedes car dealership. Alright, it's a Target right here. Anybody else call it Target Target? They got a giant dinosaur sitting over here. This is pretty far on the east side of Tucson. This is Tanque Verde in Grant Road. See a giant dinosaur right there?
Yeah.
We're about 3 minutes from my sister's job. They have another one, I think, on the other side too, a smaller one. Dinosaur. I have no idea why they have a dinosaur. They've always had a dinosaur at this McDonald's. Alright, if you take Tanque Verde and keep going, it'll take you up to the top of the mountain, Mount Lemmon. We're here to pick up these doors, or load them into a truck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 doors. Huh. What do you think?
I don't know what to think.
So these are the doors, and then we got these aluminum things here. 2 boxes of this stuff. This stuff is heavy. It's heavy for aluminum. Might be aluminum, might be tin. I'm not sure. Need a magnet to test that. All right, they're gonna take it to the scrap yard. Those things are pretty heavy. My son scratched up his arm. We'll see what happens. First time I've ever driven this truck. How do you adjust it? Smells like. Alright, we're on our way to the scrap yard. It's weird driving this truck. Feels like we're sitting up so high. The brakes are sketchy on this thing, big time. Wonder how much money we're getting. Those doors are pretty heavy. My daughter's with my wife. My son's with. Look at that dog hanging out the window there. This is like what we do for our clients. Like they need something picked up and taken away to the dump or something. This is like what I do. Or my wife is like, take it home and we'll sell it at a yard sale or something. So I was thinking about selling these at a yard sale, but there's so many of them, I got no place really to keep them in my house. My sister don't want them at her house, so we're just gonna go scrap them and see what we can get. My sister just got her air conditioning fixed, but there's some weird noise just started. You hear that noise? My AC in my car is way better than AC in this car. And it's almost 10:30 in the morning, so this is what the traffic's like 10:30 in the morning. We're heading west. There's the mountains on the right. That's why you can never get lost in Tucson, because if you're going east, the mountains will be on your left. You're going west, they'll be on your right. The Santa Catalina Mountains, that is. Back here in Grant and Campbell, I wanted to get a better shot of this mural over here. It reminds me of California. These giant sperm whales here on this freaking wall. Looks cool. I've seen there's a lot of cool pottery shops. As I'm driving back this way and I'm looking on this side, the left side, I see a lot of cool artistic metal flowers and stuff like that I didn't notice when I was driving this way because I was looking this way. It's a nice day today though. Beautiful day. Hey doggy. Security gate doors here. This is cool. Ramen and wrought iron. Look at a giant lizard on that one. Pretty cool. There's a lot of cool artistic people in Arizona. Okay, I haven't been in this recycling place in like 10 years. Last time I brought some bicycles over here, I think I got like $3 or $4 to go in and see how you do this here. Enter at your own risk. Office cashier. On the weigh scale, and then give you this receipt, and then you go dump it over here. That other metal is not aluminum, so it's sheet metal. I thought it was aluminum. All right, where are we gonna go here? stinks over here, man. These doors are heavy. Alright, let's go see how much money we get. Cool diesel motor right there. Look at that go-kart. They're gonna crush it. That's a crusher. My son-in-law works on that kind of stuff, those tractors like that. Anything tractors, anything diesel. How much you think? How much money do you think we're gonna get, son? Take a guess. I say $50 is what we're gonna get. What do you think?
$50? I feel like maybe 55.
55? Alright, well, we'll see.
$100 would be nice.
Yeah, I doubt it though. I asked her how much it was and she said almost 900 pounds, so I guess that's, I can't see without my glasses. What does that say, 880 or something? Sweet looking truck. Look at the wheels on that sucker, man. I like that. I like them wheels. It's a sweet looking truck. Got $35.20, son. That's easy money, huh? I'm gonna go back a different way. I'm gonna go down Speedway. Take this down to Speedway and show you guys a different road. That was pretty easy. Took us about, what, 15 minutes to load it in the truck, and even less than that to unload it. It took longer waiting in line to get the money, right?
Yeah.
Some nice trailers up there. That's how you make money, son. One man's trash is another man's treasure.
It was more.
This is Campbell. This used to be a movie theater over here. I wonder if it's still, yeah, it's still here, but it's not a movie theater, is it? Yeah, that movie theater right there. That's the very first place I saw the Superman movie and King Kong in the 80s, early 80s. Looks like it's abandoned. Alright, we're headed south on Campbell, going to Speedway, which is the University of Arizona area, this area up here. We're going to go down Speedway, east on Speedway Boulevard. That's what Tucson police cars look like, black and whites. Bookman store right there. They got a lot of cool, like sporting equipment, electronics, like music, stuff like that. Look at that giant friggin' hummingbird. Giant butterfly and giant saguaro. Oh, what that is. Custom Auto Sounds, a stereo place. Here's all the Quevedo. That's how you say that dealership. Quevedo, not Quebec. Quevedo. Quevedo Buick. This is Tucson. I don't know what that is. Looks like a new building. Tucson really hasn't changed that much since I lived here as a kid. Some roads have gotten wider, but pretty much looks the same. I have no idea what the name of those mountains are back there. Mica Mountains, I think, maybe. Easy money today, son. There's another Walgreens. They're all over the place in Tucson, Walgreens. Walgreens and Circle K's. They're like on every corner. We're coming up on Wilmot, which will turn into Tanque Verde. So we're going to be turning left onto Wilmot and going north. This is an old area here. Sabino Canyon, Mount Lemmon. That's how you go to Mount Lemmon. All this area here all looks the same since I was a kid. Nothing has changed much here. Beautiful Santa Catalina mountain views. Except for that, that's new El Taco Toti. That's a really good place to eat Spanish food. They got one on the west side of Tucson also. Tucson's a beautiful, beautiful city to live in. There's a place down here that we used to go to, because we used to live on the east side of town here when I was a kid, about 10 miles more south. There's a place over here called Golf and Stuff. It's an arcade miniature putt-putt area over here on the left. That's been there since the 70s, son.
Really?
Like late 70s. And it's still there to this day. It still looks the same. Right over here is the Golf and Stuff. Golfing things right here. The miniature putt-putt. And then right next to it, this used to be a really popular place in the 80s. It was like an old Western style town where you go eat steaks and stuff like that. It's kind of like a museum type thing there. You walk around, it's got like an old Western look town to it. There's the dinosaur. We are back. That's a nice looking palm tree. Okay, we're gonna head back home. We're gonna take the scenic route. Look at that flag. Just so sad it's not flowing in the wind. We're gonna run up around through the foothills. That's where we're gonna go. Alright, we are going to be going north on Sabino Canyon Road. If you want to go to the mountains, you gotta keep going that way. And then you get on Mount Lemon Road and it takes you up to the top of the mountains, way up there. Very, very top to Mount Lemon, little town up there. And there's a lake up there too called Rose Lake. It's nice. Nice drive to go up to the mountain. Sign that said Sabino Canyon Recreation Area 4 miles. That's where my son and I, we did that 18-mile hike. We went up to the waterfalls. It's called Seven Falls. You remember that, son?
Yeah.
That was a tough hike, right?
Yep.
That was your first, well, that was your second big hike we did. The other hike is we hiked on the other side of the mountains over there in Oro Valley. We did I think it was like a 14-mile hike that day. And it was hot, summertime. Alright, we're going to take this down to, I don't know the name of the road. I think it's Skyline? Or, I'm not sure. I just know where to turn. I don't know why they call this River Road, because there are no river here. It's like up and down and curvy and all that. They got a lot of nice, expensive homes in this area. Sometimes you get a peek of the mountains over there as you're driving. I gotta get something to drink, son. I'm tired of drinking water. I had somebody ask me on Instagram, do you ever drink water? Because I'm always talking about buying. Yeah, I drink water all the time. There's a Walgreens in here. I'm going to go in here and I'm going to get me a buy. And then we're going to go on this road. We're going to go north on Craycroft. We're going to go closer up to the mountains up here. But first, I got to give me something to drink. Alright, here's inside Walgreens. Go get some drinks. Look at 2 for $4. Buy Super Tea. These for $3.50. My son bought them. Thank you, son. He's all rich now. Check out these views you get here. $3.50 for 2. They're on sale. You got the Walgreens card. My wife has a Walgreens card. I used her card and got the discount. Alright, let's go. We're going north on Craycroft. We're going to take the extra scenic route home because my son said that River Road wasn't scenic, so got to take him a different way. This will take you up to the really fancy smancy mall, the real rich mall that we rarely go to, but because my wife has an Apple phone and my daughter has an Apple phone, whenever they need an Apple product, we have to go up to that mall. They have the Louis Vuitton store up there, and Tiffany's. They got all the fancy smancy stores up there. Expensive if you ask me, area to go to though. they go. They're trying to hide it. One of them cell towers right there, trying to make it look like a palm tree. Isn't it weird how birds don't even go up there to those things? I would never want to live next to one of them things. I mean, we got one where we live. It's about 1.5 miles from our house, but even that's too close to be honest with me. Look at those views. Now is this scenic view, son?
Yeah, this is better. Look at that fake cactus.
Yeah, that's a satellite tower. Not satellite, but cell tower. Right there. That's disguised as the saguaro. They got a whole bunch of them in Tucson. These saguaros that look like, these cell towers that look like saguaros. Fairfield in the foothills. I don't know what that is. Man, beautiful mountains. I love these mountains. I got so much history with these mountains. I've been all over these mountains as a kid with my friends and my brothers. Now if you try to get my brothers to go to the mountains, they'll be like, what, are you crazy? We're not kids anymore. I am. Right, son? Yeah. Turning on Sunrise, which turns into Orange Grove, and we're going to be going west now. So if anybody wants to Google map Tucson streets, you'll see what area of Tucson that we're driving on, or been driving on today. Those saguaros up there, those are all cell towers. How do I know? Because I was coming down this road one day and I saw them building them before they disguised them as saguaros. Actually, I had my wife with me. I pulled over. She's like, what are you doing? I'm getting out and looking what they're doing. They're cell towers. She's like, are you crazy? Get back in the car. I'm like, yeah, they can't fool me. I'm on it. We live on the other side of the mountains, way over there. We still got a long drive. Probably 45 minutes to an hour to get home, depending on if we hit traffic or trains or whatever. Look at them rocks. That looks cool. It's a very windy, twisty up and down roads here. This is where all the hotel resorts are off of this road here. Can't remember the names of these resorts, like Dove Mountain and stuff like that. I'm having a senior moment. I can't remember the resorts that are out here. La Paloma, that's one right there. There's a whole bunch of them here. I just don't remember the names of them.
I don't think that's a resort.
Yeah, La Paloma Resort right there. Resort and Spa, it says. The Western La Paloma, that's what it's called.
This is a resort. I thought it was
Yeah.
a house area.
Both sides, left and right side, is all resorts areas. We've been to them, my wife and I. We've stayed at them. You don't remember staying at them, son? See? La Paloma.
Not this one.
Yeah, we stayed at this one, La Paloma.
Really?
Yeah. Remember we went swimming pool, the slide?
Oh yeah. I didn't know it's
My
this
wife
one.
likes to go and stay at hotels for the weekend. I can't sleep in a hotel. It's the worst night's sleep I ever have, no matter what hotel I stay in. Because all I think about is how much money we're spending just to sleep in a bed in the same town. Drives me nuts. I'd much rather be at home. I can watch TV in my house and go to the motels and watch TV. Or the resort, hotel, whatever it's called. See these beautiful trees, ironwood trees? Beautiful ironwood trees. Mesquite trees, Palo Verde trees. If you like these kind of videos, let me know. You know, I'll record more when I'm in Tucson. I had some people ask me if I could do more, so that's why I'm making these kind of videos. People like to know what it looks like around Tucson. I don't know the name of these plants that are in the center here. So Campbell and Skyline, this is the area where the Fancy Smancy Mall is. It's right over there. I don't know the name of the mall, but that building over there. Because we've only been there like maybe 2 to 3 times, maybe, I think. Let's see, maybe there's a sign here that says what it is. La Cañada, La Ensenada, that's what it's called. La Ensenada Mall. This is the kind of traffic you deal with in Arizona. Not bad at all. Orange Grove Road. Now that we gotta go on Orange Grove and we gotta turn on that to go home. It says left on green arrow only, and you see signs like this in Tucson, you gotta listen to them, because there'll be a motorcycle cop sitting somewhere, hiding somewhere, and you'll do a left turn, and next thing you know, whoop whoop whoop. I think it's like a $125 ticket. So pay attention to these signs. There we go. Green light means go. How do I know it's green? You're probably thinking because I'm colorblind, because green means go. Right, son?
Yeah. But how do you know if it's green?
Because it says on green arrow, and I saw it change to the top light, which is red. Red means stop, and then when the red turned off, the bottom light arrow lit up is green. That's how I know it was. Besides, I've asked you many times in the past, and you told me. You don't remember? I ask you all the time, right? How many times a day do I ask you what color something is?
All the time.
All the time, right? And he's always testing me too. Always testing his dad to see if I know what color it is. Life of a colorblind person. Those are the challenges you deal with. I think I'm going to end the video here. Pretty much we're just going to head home. It's going to look the same. I've recorded this road before many times. So if you like these kind of videos, give me a thumbs up and smash that subscribe button. It don't cost anything. It's free. I recorded the moon last night. It was an awesome moon last night. I'll put that at the end of the video. So those swirls right there, those are cell towers too. Those are so fake. Those are not real swirls, because they're exactly alike, and you never see the swirl exactly alike in the wild nature. Those are the swirls I actually saw them putting together, and I pulled over and watched them. Anyways, thanks for taking the time to watch my videos. As always, remember to be kind to people, treat people the way you like to be treated, treat them with kindness. And if the Lord willing and the creeks don't rise, I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. I'm gone.